People. Que pasa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. This one is called The Sins of the Son Falls on the Mother, Falls on the Father. Now, people, usually it is the sins of the father fall upon the son. However, in Jamaica, a new disturbing trend is that the son is going before the father. So therefore, the chicken before the egg. Rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. Now, people, I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called York Bush, that is Mount Carey, that is in St. James, where 3 persons got conned up. One of those persons, Melvaline Cross, she is said to be the mother of a man that is Cross himself. However, I am speaking about Anthony Angus. Anthony Angus was St. James' most wanted before he got captured in October. Mr. Angus was like a raging bull. He was kicking up dust. Him and the next man, Mutombo, was what we call menace to society. So therefore, they did not understand the concept, don't S-H-I-T where you live. Don't do any sorts of bad where you rest your head. This man was extorting, broken up people's shop, con up people, bad up people, him own neighbor in the same little place where he lived. Persons were not very happy about it, but because of his stature in the badness thing, them couldn't really say anything. They would just have to accept, keep their mouth shut, and just make it go on. He would get arrested. However, before he got arrested, there were a couple of incidents. There was an incident at a bar in Anchovy where a couple of persons got conned up. And then a next incident that everybody, most people in Jamaica, would be familiar with. It was when 2 men were on some sorts of delivery. One man, a cabinet maker, he hired a delivery man with a truck, and they were taking some sorts of cabinet. They were stopped by Mr. Angus and his cronies. It is said that Mr. Angus demanded cash, and he was told, listen, me no support lazy man, thief. Obviously, Mr. Angus and his cronies did not like that response, and it ended up with this man losing his life. Now, people, like me say, this was the latest. However, a month later or so, Mr. Angus would find himself held by the popo, the authority. Persons were rejoicing quietly because, you know, say, whenever any sorts of gangster gets taken out or even gets arrested, you cannot say anything. You have to act like you're sad. There cannot be any sorts of celebratory party. You have to go on like, say, you're in the thing, and I said, damn, I can't believe so them take what they done. However, people, here's the thing with the badness. Badness is like karma. It does not have any sorts of expiration dates. When you're in the badness, you have your opposition. However, you as a Don supposed to be like some sort of Robin Hood figure. However, what we've realized, the new disturbing trend in Jamaica, and I am not saying that the Dons were ever any good to anybody in any sort of community. They played a symbiotic role, meaning that them benefit from the people, them looking out for them, and then in turn, they would turn over the proceeds of crime to these people. So therefore, them might pay a school bill, them might pay this, them might pay that. No, people, they are nothing but parasite. And you heard your Prime Minister Andrew Holness spoken about this on a couple of occasions. So the motive might be coming from the opposition that realize, all right, Nobody is there to defend the mother and sister and family anymore. So therefore, it is duck season. It is easy taking. Or even the people in the community. Because we all know that most of these mothers and family of gangsters, bad man, they defend their son, their family, down to the teeth, down to the ground where them walk on. So people are say, alright, him used to be a menace to society. Him family used to back him. Them take away the cabinet maker. Them take away this one. Them take away that one. So therefore, persons that have something against him and against the family, they now know that this is the opportune time. Was there some sort of incident in which the family kick off with somebody? Me no know. It never in the news. It is up to speculation. So therefore, nobody is going to know. These people develop so many enemies. The opposition, the neighbor, Miss Matty, you name it, everybody hate them. These dons are hated by everybody, except for them family member, them picnic, them mama, them matey, and them kumbolo. That is it. So therefore, what is the odds of you surviving, meaning being free out there in the free world? What is the odds of your family just conducting their lives as if nothing happened when that main force of defense is gone? You are now easy picking duck season. And people, like them say, if them can't catch Quaco, them catch him shot. And that is exactly what happened. What is the motive? Nobody is going to know. Unless, of course, investigations are done. Unless, of course, people start to talk and say that is the motive. So the harsh reality is that people don't really care. People are probably glad to see the family gone. People that have problem with them but couldn't say anything and do anything while the son was free. So therefore, now is the opportune time. Now that he is gone, out of sight, out of mind, people plot and plan and execute some sorts of revenge. Who is it coming from? Nobody knows. It could be hundreds of possible suspects, point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news, a very reputable financial magazine said that 95% of Jamaicans are living above their means. What that pretty much means is that persons are living a life in which their expense is bigger than what they take home. Now, if those persons are living a life bigger than what they take home, that means that those persons' backs are against the wall. Those persons, given the opportunity, might thief on people. Such is the case that I am going to speak about. The other day, there were two employees of Sagicor Financial Bank. First one, Trisha Moulton. The next one, Malika McLeod. They were charged for defrauding that bank of, they said 50 million before, and then the amount came to 65 million afterward. It is said that they were charged for conspiracy to defraud, facilitating an offense, making device available for data for the commission of that offense, computer-related fraud, breaches of the proceeds of crime, and larceny as a servant. That means you was given a certain amount of trust, and then you violated that trust as a servant of the public. Pretty much, you violated those persons in which are supposed to trust you. Now when that occurred, a next lady again get arrested. That person's name is Alicia Moulton White. Mrs. Moulton White, White probably be the married name, is the sister of Trisha Moulton, an employee of another branch. However, Alicia Moulton White is said to be the vice president of Sagicor, maybe co-vice president. She holds a big office. Mrs. White was accused and charged by the fraud squad of defrauding over $600 and something thousand from somebody's account or a couple of accounts. Now, people, don't you find it more than coincidental that your sister, Trisha, get hold, she and her friend conspired for thief $65 million, mostly US funds, from 6 account holders, equivalent $65 million. Then you, days after, charge for conspiracy for defraud $600,000. So people, follow the story. One sister, a big manager in the bank, in the institution. The next one, the vice president. Don't you see something wrong here? However, here is what her lawyer, top lawyer, Bert Samuels, had to say about the whole situation as it pertains to this lady. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
With arrangement, we went to the fraud squad this morning, and our client has been charged. I was placed immediately on record that I am alarmed at the basis on which she is charged. I wish to refute any allegation of criminal conduct on the part of my client, and I'm anxious to go to court and help to show the innocence of this young professional who has been drawn into this matter. As I've said before, we're very concerned that she has been charged in this way because she has maintained her innocence at all times in this matter.
And these are very, very serious charges. They're saying that she, based on these charges, they are really saying that she was complicit.
Oh, yes, and that is, we've not been able to see on what basis. We were very open to police. We gave all the information we had, and they decided to prefer charges. And we intend to file a civil action in terms of her reputation being injured, etc. It's going to be a war in the court, I must tell you.
Now, people, first thing first, as it pertains to the lawyer, Bert Samuels, once these lawyers get that retainer, millions of dollars for these high-profile cases, if them are defend the devil, they are going to want to paint the devil as Jesus Christ, as a Lord, as a virgin. They are going to paint the polar opposite picture of what that person is charged for. Mr. Samuels might be a very competent lawyer. However, he is not an IT professional. He is not a part of the investigative team that goes on the computer, use their knowledge and trail back paper trail or computer data. These people say that she is complicit. That means them not have no question. There is no question sign whether she was the person that did this transaction, thief or borrowed $600,000. There is no question about this. So therefore, when we hear the lawyer attack Anna, make it seem as if she did not know anything that was going on. What did you think was going to happen if somebody thief some money out of my company and I know say our sister are the vice president? Don't you think that the first thing I was going to do, or the investigator is going to do, is to see if the sister was giving her information? Sister was giving her the password to these people's account that made it accessible. And then when we check, we see say the sister job is in question also because she might have taken or stolen or misplace $600,000. So therefore, it becomes a family affair. As to who is the bigger thief or the lesser thief, we don't know. That will be determined at the end of this investigation. However, based on the trail, based on what the expert find, the whole family are thief. Well, the two sisters them are thief. It is quite obvious. There is no sorts of question. They would not have charged her and know say, listen, I want little brown uptown lady this. We have to be very careful. It is not like somebody from the garrison where we can just run in, lick them in them chest, conk them up, box them couple of times. We might get lawsuit. Our company, our bank might end up after paying this person if we are incorrect, if we were misled by this investigation. So therefore, if them charge her, them know why them charge her. Them do them investigation, them dot them I, them cross them T. And this lady is a thief. Point blank and period. However, people, we understand how it goes in Jamaica, in the body uptown club. They are going to use all sorts of technicality now to say the money just slip or slide or drop out or draw and drop somewhere else. It was misappropriated. People, come on. Obvious thief is obvious thief. Point blank and period. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, word to the wise. Whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. They see your potential. They realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. When they look at themselves because of their insecurity and because of their hate, because they realize that persons appreciate them for who they pretend to be, which is not who they actually are. For them to feel as if they are up, they're going to do everything within their means to bring you down. Point blank and period.